Hey everyone, welcome back to Kyber Brickz. In today's video, it's yet another week of Building Felucia in LEGO. Now, I haven't done an actual update in a couple weeks. I actually tried doing a different type of video here on my channel, so I hope you guys get a chance to watch it. I recreated the lightsaber duel in 2024 with like modern day techniques, which was really fun. I do have more of those, definitely using your guys' recommendation on what you would like to see next. But let's get into it. I really want to dive a little bit deeper into this MOC. I want to do a lot more layout changes. I also really want to start getting rid of the black base plates, and I want to start really getting the complete foundation settled. So if we don't get that through this video, it's definitely going to be my next video where we're hoping to not have any more black plates exposed. That way this thing can start looking like an actual scene. And I'm going to go ahead and show you now everything that we've done on camera and off camera since our last video. So let's dive right into it. The first thing I want to show you guys is the clone barracks. Now I did kind of complete the top of it, as you guys can see right here. Added in a little bit more finer detail. I really do like how it turned out. Plus having a roof over this thing saves some dust, right? So yeah, we got that going. Also next to it, you could see that there is this like windmill. I figured I wanted to add a little bit more detail. Now this is not the final product. I do have like a Bricklink order coming in, and I figured probably develop something when I get all those parts in. Then we also added in these little yellow pieces to help kind of like barricade the base. And in the front we have a little ramp. So I figured just again, all these little micro details for this area, I feel like it's just going to add a little bit more and try to make it look more realistic. As well as the pathway that is starting to develop. So you can see I put these 1x1 plates pretty much down here on the modular plates, trying to connect it to the area right over here where the water's at. Now I'm going to probably have multiple trails, another one kind of like leading down here a little bit more, as I plan to add some other elements to the Felucia MOC over there, as well as like a little trail that leads over here to our Nysillin Farm. And as you can see, I kind of figured this out as well. I added a little bit more of the modified 1x2 plates to create more detail with our like electric fence. And then in the front over here is pretty much the entrance to it. So I have like a little detailed, printed tile on there. So that looks pretty cool. I really do like how this turned out. It looks pretty realistic in my opinion. And more to the left hand side, you could see that I started to develop this water path using different plates and techniques, trying to give it more of a realistic flow. I do still need to put in some more of the tiles, which again, I placed a Bricklink order for that. So I'm going to try to finish that up. I didn't realize I didn't have enough. I thought I had an abundance of that stuff, but apparently not. So I started to change this around a little bit too, because before, I don't know if you guys remember, with like the actual MOC, it was pretty straight, but I figured I'm going to curve it a little bit down here at the end, just because my plans on this side have changed a little bit, and I think even the storyline has changed a little bit, which I will explain as well. But for now, I'm going to create some shops. So I figured this area is just going to be kind of like a jam-packed area with shops leading up to this cargo shipment container, and I'll have to explain kind of what I'm going to be doing with that here in a moment as well. This cargo container was just all original ideas. I really do like how I set this thing up. Inside, you can see all of the crazy goodies that we have in there, which is going to be a part of the storyline as well. But this so far looks really fun, and it's starting to develop quite well. And of course, our landing platform has changed a little bit as well. I added in these yellow plates to just give it a little bit more of color, just because I feel like with certain Star Wars MOCs using like the gray tones just doesn't look the greatest, just because you want to have something to make the thing pop, which that's what I did with those plates, as well as adding in these like railing pieces, as you guys can see right there. We also still have the staircase that I was using before. I wasn't sure on how I wanted to do this quite yet, but essentially the storyline is going to go that we have some bounty hunters, or we have some Separatists that are coming in, and they're coming to Dok-Ondar. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with Dok-Ondar, he's actually at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. He's also in some other form of Star Wars media as well, but essentially he's an antiques collector. This is going to be technically right before Revenge of the Sith, so we're going to have him basically with all his stuff inside of this cargo container. As you can see, he has some clone helmets, he has other goods, pretty much a lot of things he shouldn't have, including Republic weapons, and of course Jedi lightsabers that he's going to be selling to either some bounty hunters or different Separatist people. I'm not too sure quite yet, but essentially that's going to be the story. So we have him over here, and then we're going to have the small barracks outpost, and now I created this thing to be a little bit more portable. As you can see on the bottom, I'm going to have to fill that in with with the medium nougat plate. And essentially the scouts inside of here have been monitoring comms, and they've noticed that with the shops, once they become developed, that there's been whispers about Dok-Ondar selling things that he shouldn't be, and that just traced back to the Republic. So we're going to develop a storyline on that. Ayla, of course, is still going to be in here, as well as the 327th. So we're going to somehow develop that storyline as well. So I just got in a small box from Clone Army Customs, which is a custom place that I like to buy from for LEGO Star Wars. Now I'm going to go ahead and open this up and show you guys what we got inside. So first off, we got some clone helmets that look like they're weathered, meaning they look like they've been used, which will look really cool for the MOC. Then I got a Republic medic backpack, as well as a normal clone backpack as well. So this was neat. Also an E11D Death Trooper blaster, which I believe I needed one more to complete one of my other Death Troopers that I have, so got that. Also just a huge array of different blasters for the clone troopers. So this is going to help for like building the armory. Let me actually zoom you guys in a little bit. So you can see there's like some officer blasters and other ones triggered and stuff like that. So that's what we got. All right, and we also got another package in the mail. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one open. This one I got for a pretty good price. It was about $3.50. And of course I cut that thing wrong. So let me show you what I got. This will be just a nice addition to what we have. Sorry, my daughter's in the background. Well, I guess stellar job at the packaging. So this is the Clone Wars Mace Windu that you can find in the, what was it, the assault tank from years ago. So I found him for about $3.50. Basically, I don't necessarily need him. I just need his arms and the purple lightsaber. So I have some plans with that, but this thing looks pretty neat. And we also got another Bricklink Order. So this one's a little bit bigger than I typically would get, but just this seller had some pretty good parts, and I figured I would actually kind of score a bunch of stuff, and it was for a decent price. So yeah, I figured why not get it. So I'll show you kind of a little bit of everything that we got. So we got some sticker sheets, and this one's actually from Market Street Bricks, so shout out to you. Thank you for the order. And this has, man, I feel like my cutting today is just not up to par. All right, here we go. So I ended up buying all of these pieces. Well, I guess we'll start with the sticker, sorry. So we got some stickers. Dang, I did not see that it was a dinosaur right here. Oh man. Well, I guess we can use the other pieces, but the dinosaur kind of throws me off, but that's okay. But I ended up getting all 5 of these pieces that they had in stock. Now I believe this is actually from that Jakku, not Jakku, yeah, I think it's the Jakku set. So I got that, and I'm going to be using them for the MOC, so these are pretty cool. I'll have to use like Technic pins to actually kind of like, I guess, put these in. So I figured these would be pretty cool to have for the MOC. We also got some of these clear pieces. Now I'll be using these for like one of the Felucian houses that I'm creating. Then we also got plenty of dark tan pieces as well. So a lot of slopes and just different angled pieces as well. Then we got some medium nougat. I really can't go wrong with medium nougat, so I just bought all the ones the seller had. We also have these like sacks that I know I'll probably be using in future MOCs, so I figured I would grab those. As well as these really cool, like, I don't know, like display tile, or not tiles, but slopes with like, I don't know, like some computer stuff on it. Then 2 things that I was pretty excited about were these, I guess these yellow like railing pieces that are going to come in handy for the MOC, as well as this like fan piece. And then some more other elements that are just going to be very helpful. This is actually going to allow me to complete the electric fence, so I needed more of those. This was honestly pretty much all I needed with the order. Everything else, if you guys are people who buy on Bricklink, you end up getting more than you really need. So just some other elements that will help. Like I said, the pins that I'm going to need for the actual, like this piece. So then some other angled wedges, other colors. Then we got these clear window pieces as well forgot what this is, so let's take a look. Oh yeah, so there's like some string, so I figured I could use some of the string for something. Add a little bit of detail to the MOC. Can't go wrong with more of the clear, or I guess the, what is it, trans blue water element piece. So I love using these. I just bought everything the seller had. I love my leaf elements and I don't have the blue ones, so I figured this, I think this is medium azure if I'm not mistaken. So I grabbed some of these. I grabbed more of these stems as well. Some of these like minifig, like I guess posing things that I've seen people do. Another one of the wedges or the windows. And then also these like stud shooter things. They work perfect for details for like doors and stuff. And then they had these like purple slopes I thought looked kind of cool, so I grabbed these. Then I also grabbed a couple different things for just other things, other projects I have going on, so pretty sweet deal there. That was that Bricklink order. So I just got yet another Bricklink order, and this is actually one that I was talking about, and it magically just arrived. So this is from that brick lady. I have ordered from her in the past, and it gets to me fairly quick. I like to order from a few Bricklink stores that are pretty much local to me. One of my favorites being Brent's Brick and Brickz. Shout out to you, man. He always hooks it up. So I got him who's close by. I got a few others, but this lady has not let me down either. And I want to show you everything that we've got in this order. So first off, we have some pretty cool things. Now, like I mentioned earlier, the windmill, I want to be able to work on a little bit more in this video. So I grabbed some of these, I guess like, I don't even know what to call these things, like the iron building things. Not too sure, but these will come in handy. And then I also got some of these like flex tubing pieces that would probably be utilized as well. I'm thinking about like kind of have it like wrapping around this in some sort of fashion. We'll see if that's even possible. If not, I feel like these would be good to have regardless, and they are kind of like bendy, which is nice. And then I also got one of these nets. I've seen a few different techniques of other people, what they've done. Like you put like studs in here and then you can kind of like clip things, make like a camouflage looking thing. Or I can use it for like the shops that we have. And then it doesn't hurt to have more of these. These always come in handy, especially when building. So it allows you to create different angles and such. We also got these like little cherries. I was kind of like in the beginning like not sure if I wanted to do something like this, but with one of the plants specifically, it actually, I started kind of like putting this on. I kind of like how it looked, and since Felucia is pretty like colorful, I figured these would be pretty nice to have on. So I ordered some more of those. I grabbed some more of these little like cheese slope looking things. I believe that's what they're called. Actually no, not cheese slopes. These are like the wedges, I believe. So I grabbed some brown ones. I also grabbed a couple of the, these snot pieces, just because on our clone barracks, I just want to be able to swap out one of the parts on the roof that I had to use a different color. So this will come in handy. I also grabbed like a little gem, as well as this like sphere looking thing. It's like a Technic piece, but it's like metallic. So I figured I could probably put this in the Dok-Ondars shipping container, which might look kind of cool. Some medium nougat wedges as well. Again, can't go wrong with having more of those. So I grabbed 100 of the transparent blue tiles as well. This is something that I'm gonna need to finish off my water surface, so I think we should get to doing that right now. So I have successfully completed the water pathway. Now it did take me some time, and of course a ton of the transparent blue tiles. I really do like how I created this curvature using some of these like sloped and angled pieces. I think I might have to get more of these, just because I'm gonna have to start developing something to kind of come down from this angled height. I didn't really think that one through, but I know I could figure it out somehow, some way. I think I've seen a few different techniques, but I think the other way to do it is kind of like layer it up and then use these to kind of like offset to create some sort of like, not staircase, but some sort of slope. And I think that's going to be the best way to do it. I also incorporated like the little, like the little plates in here that you can see. So I have those in there. And then of course I'm going to start to fill it with a lot of vegetation and stuff like that. In the back, I added in these bigger like angled slope pieces to see if I can create, I don't know, just like a different platform or texture to the actual foundation. And then I started working on this area right here where I have Dok-Ondars container. I started trying to see how I'm gonna actually do this, but I want it to be angled because I don't want everything just to be like either vertical or horizontal. Like I wanted to kind of offset it a little bit and make it look a little bit more realistic. So that's what we got with that. I'm gonna still try to develop this area. Maybe I'm gonna try and start to finish off like this little platform area, but for sure I want to, again, by next week, I want to have a lot, if not all the black plates covered. I mean, that's probably a lot to ask, but at least maybe like one side, right? So maybe this side to be done. This side, again, I'm still trying to figure out what specifically I'm gonna do. I've ran into a couple different like ideas, but of course, like with this too, I'm gonna have to create some sort of like sloped pattern to come off. So a few different things, and of course we have the windmill that we still need to work on. But for now, I'm pretty happy with the results in this week's video. I know a lot of Bricklink orders came in and stuff like that, so I want to cover everything. The pathway is starting to be set. I want to start finishing that up too. So maybe at least for sure by next video, we're going to see that completed. So I just ended up starting to create this little area that pretty much Dok-Ondar and some of the Separatists are going to be coming to. Now, I do like how it looks. I kind of like how I offsetted the actual container shipment thing, and I think it's going to work out quite well. They're going to be coming over here to the actual docking station for a ship we're going to have. But I think for now, this is looking really good. I just wanted to start like working on this area so that way, pretty much when it comes to next video, we can continue to work on the marketplace area and try to get the terrain all situated. So I'm going to try and make it seem flawless from like the water area onto the actual foundation that we're going to be working with. And of course, you guys might see Ned B right here, but of course, this is a different loader droid, but I really do like how that minifig looks, so I want to add him into this. So far, I'm loving how it's coming out. That about wraps it up for this week's mock update video. Thank you guys so much again for your patience with these mock updates. I have more videos and other fun shorts coming to the channel soon, but if you guys did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed, and tap that notification bell to be notified when I do drop a new video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.